Hey everyone, Catch 'em All Collectibles here. In today's video, we are going to talk about how Destined Rivals, Journey Together, Prismatic Evolutions, they will all be available under MSRP eventually. Every set in Pokemon's history has been widely available under MSRP. These will be no exceptions. In the next 6 days, weeks, months, maybe years, I think 6 months to 24 months, I think these things will sort themselves out as they always have. But we're going to talk about how this isn't the first time we've been here before. And we're going to show data. We're going to show, through the use of the Wayback Machine, we're going to show what the price trajectory of former boxes have done and what current and future boxes will do. I am as confident as I can be. So with that, let's jump right into the Wayback Machine. So down here, straight below me, it'll show March 5th, 2021. The way the Wayback Machine formats it, I'm just doing an overlaid screen grab to show you here what the date is on every page that we're on. So throw yourselves back in time over 4 years ago, 4 years and 3 months ago. Vivid Voltage booster boxes were kind of like doing what Journey's doing, Destined is doing, what Surging is doing. Early in its release cycle, they were expensive. And just to show the time frame that I'm talking about right now, Surging was yeah, we got that weird when let me get rid of that one right now that shows the date. But Surging was for a very short time after release available at or under MSRP. Very, very short. It was like hours or days, not long, but it did kind of check that box. Prismatic, Scarlet, or Prismatic, Journey, and Destined have not yet been available under MSRP, unless you're getting like a drop. Not counting getting a drop, not counting getting lucky on a Discord restock, whatever. Actually being widely available under MSRP for a sustained period of time, hours, days, weeks, whatever. These came out January. So since November, December, January, basically all of 2025, it's been a problem. I made a long video with a PowerPoint presentation and everything on how Pokemon had a problem, and I'm confident they'll find the solution for it. Printing more, printing and distributing more. That's all it is. It's a very simple problem they've been through before, and they took care of it in the past. All the videos came out. Think of the children, said by adult children, said by man children, woman children, that just couldn't be patient, couldn't wait for the product to come around. But yeah, I think early to mid 2025, in hindsight, we will flash back and we will think, oh man, people were being really silly then. People were being really silly. It's funny how it's the same kind of time frame. It was more Champion's Path, kind of happened. Champion's Path, you had the pandemic, you had all the logistical concerns with that. But Champion's Path, ETBs came out of the gate $100+. Vivid Voltage boxes out of the gate at $200+. I'll show you with the Wayback Machine. Shining Fates, ETBs, stonking like mad. Battle Styles. I remember I sold my original Battle Styles allocation for $900 a case. It was hard to find all the records. I sold some on eBay, some privately on PayPal, whatever. And I also sold some through Troll and Toad Evo. That was kind of like Troll and Toad Evo heyday, if I remember correctly. But let's get right into it. So let's pull back the date here. On March 5th of 2021, think of the children, all the videos, the call-out videos being made, $210 booster boxes. These are children's playthings. What's going on? People need to be able to get it. All these videos, all this drama, all these call-outs. And at the time, I was thinking, people that were thinking rationally, logically, patience. Have patience. You don't need to have the latest, greatest, hottest thing. Maybe if you want a Labubu, maybe don't buy it today. Maybe buy it in a year once that fat is mostly gone. Once that fat is mostly dead. Maybe that will age really poorly. We have now a time-stamped comment by Catch 'em All Collectibles out in the ethos, out in YouTube, that will live there forever. Me calling for the downfall of the Labubu hype, Labubu craze. But anyways, let's continue on. Let's look really quickly too. Champion's Path. Let's get that one saved so I can just control V it at the next one. But Champion's Path, we had actually there was one time frame. So let me know in the comments below if you think I'm wrong that every set has been available under MSRP at some point. I've done it live on YouTube before. I've gone to the Wayback Machine. I've done it live on Pokeflipz. I've done it in a video before. Some people said Champion's Path, and I found double boxes for right here. They're 24, but at one point they get marked down to 20, which for 4-packs at the time was pretty close to MSRP. Hidden Fates, even certain tins, certain products at certain times were under MSRP, at or under MSRP. Every product's been there. If you think there's an exception, let me know in the comments below, and I will do my best to debunk you on my next live stream. But yeah, Champions Path ETB is $85, kind of a bargain for the time, because I want to say they were going for 100 pretty quick thereafter. Now we transport ourselves a couple months ahead in time. Vivid Voltage booster boxes out of stock. The poor kids, if they have $500 in their hands, if they have $1,000 in their hands, they can't get one from Hills Wholesale Gaming. Shout out to Hills. This is the website that I'm using the Wayback Machine on. Yes, the website in 1999, the website looked like this. In 2021, in 2025, the website still looks like this. But they're a great website. Let's look up Champions Path now, see if they had any of that stuff going on. Champions Path ETBs up to 95 at the time. Children are not having a good time. Vivid Voltage booster boxes in September of 2021. So now we're getting what was release date again? We had release date of November 2020. We've got a big pop-up ad in our way. But yeah, release date was November of 2020, as I said. And almost a year later, they're just out of stock. They're stonking. They're very expensive. And patience. Good YouTubers were out there, some amount of them saying patience. I paused really quickly so I could look back in my YouTube catalog backlog. And at the time, I wasn't doing as many market commentary videos. I was doing a lot of PSA returns, CGC returns. I was doing collections that I was buying and breaking down and setting for grading. And at the time though, I had a YouTube channel back in since March of 2021. But yeah, I wanted to find some old videos to link to, but I guess Pokeflipz was there. Anyways, this is next day, editing Dan, cutting in. I was doing the timestamps and I thought to myself, I was on YouTube for 4 years. I commented on this. So I'm going to insert a clip right now. I will overlay the date and I will link it up there. Pokeflipz podcast number 5, market chat with the one and only ZNG Emporium and Old School Pokemon. And I gave my commentary on what I was doing, how I was navigating Vivid Voltage at the time. This is receipts out there for everyone to see. I think this is something great that I need to start doing more in the future. I've been around for a long time. I've been through this before. We haven't been. The title is going to be something like, we've been through this before. We haven't. Most people watching have not been here 11 years. Most people, and that's not to say I'm better. It's just, these are my experiences. I'm sharing with them. Many of you weren't there. This is what it was like. This is what I was doing then. This is what I'm doing today. The same thing. I need to keep a little more in stock because of the live streams and such. But here's the clip, and then we'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Because if you just follow blind, like Pokemon investing in a new browser, don't be logged into your YouTube. Just start fresh and just follow what's recommended. I mean, play it in the background for a couple hours while you're sorting cards or whatever, and you'll get into some scary, the G word, the guarantee word, and it's one thing to say, like, I'm buying everything modern that I get allocated. I'm buying them at wholesale prices.
Right.
I just bought Vivid Voltage Restock, and I know Nick did too. We paid $80 to $85 a box, and they're selling for $200 in the open market. Vivid Voltage is an amazing investment at $80 to $85 a box. At $200 a box, it scares the hell out of me. I'm selling it for $200 a box.
I sold out. I only got 6. I sold out of mine in less than a day. I would accept offers of $190 a box. Yeah, and I sold all 6 of them $190 to $200 a box in less than a day.
So you made a $100 bill per box. That was a great investment for you. But to the people buying, it's a brand new set. I mean, there are some boxes right now, modern boxes that are only a year or two old that are $500 a box. Maybe the Voltage will do that. But for someone to sit there on YouTube with a channel that's less than 6 months old, presumably they've only been in the hobby or in the market for less than 6 months, some of these people. and they're saying the G word, guarantee. At retail, buying Vivid Voltage for $200, it's gonna be $1,000 box within 5 years. It's gonna be it's one thing if you want to make a case for, I think it could be because of this and that, and my educated guess, whatever. Put all your disclaimers. There are no disclaimers. There are no. I mean, the G word is there, and that is scary.
The general sentiment that I had, I was selling boxes here. It made no sense. Historically speaking, it just it wasn't really a thing that boxes were that high that fast. Pokemon has a lot of printers that can spool that up. They did spool that up at the time. I know we did just get the recent news. We got the recent news that like, hey, why did Pokemon print 1.6 billion, 1.3 billion less than they did the year prior? I'll cover that in a second. Because Pokemon prints, I've heard 6 months. I've heard it takes 6 months from when they place an order to when the product actually is made. I don't know if it's actually that long. A lot of people say it. A lot of people echo that same thing. It's hearsay basically, but gotta take at least a few weeks, months. Anyways, mid-late 2024, the thick of the time, fiscal 2024 occurred from April 1st of 2024 to March 31st of 2025. So in the midst of that, Pokemon had a situation on their hands where every box was widely available, not under MSRP, under $100. SV1 through SV5, all widely available, deep quantity at the distros for wholesale, under wholesale, going on sale, fire selling, wholesaling. And at retail, on eBay, on Hills, on everywhere else, under $100 a box for 5 sets to start off an era. So Pokemon was printing. They were calling for the print runs for SV6, SV7, SV8, SV9 in that scenario. It's not unreasonable. It's not surprising. It's not that surprising in hindsight to hear that Pokemon printed less. Yes, it's always easy to Monday morning quarterback. Very easy to make that statement. But anyways, $125 a box after having been $225 several months prior to that. Patience. These things will come around. I'm not going to call for exact prices. I'm not going to call for the booster box, the ETB specifically, but I will tell you, Destined Rivals packs. Maybe they'll be in some pin collection. Maybe they'll be in some random poster collection. Thing that you don't really want. Dan, I want the booster boxes. Dan, I want the ETBs. Buy whatever you want to buy. I'm not telling you what to buy or what not to buy. I don't tell you what to do on this channel. I just tell you my past experiences, things that I've been through, having been here 11 years in the hobby, 4 years on YouTube. Never deleted a video, never intend to. All that stuff's back out there. All my previous calls on through various markets. So I'm telling you, aside from 4 of the live streams, I've got hungry streamers to feed. Aside from 4 immediate resell, I am not buying Destined Rivals for long-term speculation. I'm not buying Journey Together. I'm not buying Prismatic. Even though Prismatic has come down 130 ETBs down to 95 or so recently, I'm still not adding those in any quantity, aside from when they get offered to me through distro. I did get offered through distro a few cases here, a few cases there. Some of them at $40 a ETB, basically charging me MSRP. Charging me above original wholesale, and then one charged me 60. So they did charge me MSRP for the restock on Prismatic. Very, very small quantities though. Vivid Voltage booster boxes in January of 2022 being 125. In August of 2024, so this is what I want to show you. Over 1 billion cards less than they printed in fiscal 2023. They printed in fiscal 2024. Why? Dan, why would they have done that to us? Why would they not give us the packs that we needed? So in August of 2024, SV base set, under $100. Obsidian Flames, under $100 in stock. Aldea Evolved might have been an exception, a little bit more expensive. You've got the ETBs right there, though, for $35. That is under MSRP. I don't know if they had the booster box at the time. Booster box might have been a bit higher. Paradox Rift, under 100. So, Dan, why would they have printed less in 2023 than they did in 2024 than they did in 2023? Because everything was available. Things, and clearly they didn't forecast what was coming, what was on the horizon. If they could go back in time, I'm sure they would have adjusted those purchase orders a little bit. I'm sure they would have stayed flat on the print capacity, on the print quantity, maybe a little bit up, if anything. I'm gonna call it now, June 16th, 2025, as I record this, the day that you're watching this. I'm just recording it shortly after midnight. I'm going to call it next year they're going to print more cards. Will it be more than just 2024. I'm going to go and say it's going to be more than 2023. Maybe it'll be 13 billion, 14 billion cards. I don't know exactly, obviously, but I'm just making my educated guess. I think they see what's going on and they say like, oh crap, wish we could go back in time. We can't do that. Next best thing, increase the print run for the next few sets. I don't think they're going to double it. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. I don't think it'll be 50% more, maybe not even 20, 30% more, but a little bit more. I think a little bit more than 2023 at least. I think things are going to start to turn maybe by fall, maybe by throughout the winter, maybe even as soon as the summer. Summer's just starting, and seeing some stream data. I'll follow up more in future live streams and videos, but I'm seeing a softening. Destined Rivals was a big shot of adrenaline to the system. Destined Rivals is going amazingly. Biggest set launch of any set in the past. Biggest non-specialty set. Prices out of the gate. But other than that, like the streams were slowing leading into that, and non-Destined, the streams are slowing a bit heading into summer. So I really think the market will come around. Might not be booster boxes, might not be ETBs, but packs of some kind will become available under MSRP for all recent sets, is my opinion. This is going way back to August of 2019. I know this is before Hidden Fates came out. Hidden Fates came out in August of 2019. Is it before? So this is like 2 weeks before. 2 weeks before you could have pre-ordered it for significantly under MSRP. Not like significantly being over 10% under MSRP. So it was widely available. I know on the boots on the ground in the stores, it didn't take long for it to be unavailable. But even Hidden Fates was one of the sets that were available under MSRP after release. Vivid Voltage. So this is, let me see if I can zoom out a little bit and make this fit. Yeah, this is Vivid Voltage booster boxes. They were $200. I showed you just a little bit ago. They were $220. Do I think Destined Rivals will do this? Do I think Destined Rivals will go from 200 at release all the way down to 100 for a long time, and then 4 years later be 200? No, I don't think it'll be that bad. I truly think things are different from then. The amount of packs that I'm destroying through the live streams, the amount of packs, other whatnot, eBay Live, all that stuff are destroying packs. I understand the market has changed in a lot of ways, but I don't think it'll be this bad. But I truly think opportunity cost, risk adjusted, all those other things. I think investing heavily at current market prices or anywhere, especially market price plus sales tax. If you're playing sales tax, please don't pay sales tax if you're buying with intent to resell. I've got a video on that I will link you above. The biggest mistakes Pokemon businesses, investors make. But I truly think it's crazy. I think there's a lot of other things that you could be buying out there. In 2020, 2021, when the market boomed for WotC, I was buying Japanese promos and things like that. During the pandemic, during 2020, 2021, when Ultra Modern was going bonkers, I was selling my allocation into the market at above MSRP, something that was historically abnormal, very, very uncommon. And Vivid Voltage, Darkness Ablaze, Battle Styles, Shining Fates, all these products came back around. And will Destined Rivals booster boxes go to 100 and will they stay there 3 years? No, I don't think so. But are there better things to buy? I mean, I recently added to the PAL Sword and Shield cases at similar prices to what Destined is, at similar prices to what Journey are, basically per pack. And it's just crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Here's another way back. So let me show you another way back. One last thing I wanted to show. This is 2024. This is December of 2024. And man, TCG Classic Collection, $400. Market price about $200 on it. Twilight Masquerade was there. Stellar Crown was there. MSRP historically is not a price you want to be paying. Look at these Sword and Shield era boxes. Yes, they're Battle Styles. Yes, they're Vivid Voltage. But if I could have found the right date on this, and historically speaking, if you just we've been around for going on 30 years now in Japan. Japanese release was 1996. 2026 will be 30 years. But it'll be 26 years for the English Pokemon TCG. And if you could have found your way to the Pokemon Center website, if you could have found your way to your distro website and what they had in stock, what they had available for you to buy, in 23 plus of the 26 years, they have had 90+% of the sets of the past 2 years available. Year to 2 years available. It is unprecedented times that we were in, and I truly believe we will get back to where we were. I truly believe that people investing, it's one thing if you're a consumer and you know that you're paying that impatience premium and you just, I want to have it now. I know it's going to get cheaper in the future, but I won't care then. Next set, best set, newest set, best set of all time, go for it. If you got the money, but if you are investing with intent to make money, I just think there's a lot better things, opportunity cost adjusted. I'm just one guy though. I could be entirely wrong. This video might age really poorly. Maybe I lose that bet to retro. Maybe Destined Rivals never has a product that goes under MSRP per pack. Maybe Prismatic never gets there. Maybe Journey never gets there. Maybe Pokemon for the first time, they admit defeat and they look towards future sets to print more of. But these sets are, I mean, Surging Sparks is 7 months old. Prismatic is 5-6 months old. Destined Rivals is weeks old. It is not yet a month old when this video comes out. And people are confident that boxes will never go under 100 again. And boxes will never go under MSRP from these last few sets. It's absurdity to me. I do not believe it whatsoever, but my thoughts are out there. My chips are out there on the table with the bet with retro, with how I'm navigating my business. I have the pallets. And only 4 cases are going of Destined. I don't want to have none of it. So, Dan, if you're 100% confident, nowhere did I say I'm 100% confident. Dan, if you're so confident, why don't you sell all your Destined? Because I know that there's a chance. I know that there's a chance I'm wrong. And so I put 4 cases at launch of every set back on the pallets. But I truly believe, just like I did with Scarlet and Violet era cases, I believe I'll be able to add more cheaper later on restocks, reprints, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, that is everything I have for today's video. If you're thinking of the children, your children will be fine. Sometimes I've young kids myself, 2 of them, and there's times where I have to tell them, hey, patience. We'll get there. Are we there yet? We'll get there eventually. We're almost there. A couple hours to go. I can't tell you if it's hours, weeks, months, maybe it's a year, but we will get there. We are on our way. We will get there. Destined Prismatic Journey will be available under MSRP. And by some stretch, if I'm wrong, I think it's smarter as an investor, as a speculator, to pay 10, 20, 25% more in a year and a half when they're near that 2-year historical print window. And if and when I have to admit defeat, I was wrong, I'll say it loud and proud on my YouTube channel. And I'll say, hey, I only had 4 cases of Destined, and we're in 2027 now. It's likely never coming back. I just added more, and who knows, maybe it'll be $500 a box. Maybe I never will add more. But I'll be out here on YouTube letting you know what I do as always. Not advice on what you should do, just what I am doing and why. With that, I appreciate you all watching, and I will catch you all later.